Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope everybody's had a good weekend. I got to adjust you around a little bit. Don't let me shake you too much. Got us some much needed rain. Hey, Mr. Steve. Yeah, we got rain. Had a race we was gonna go to last night, but it got rained out. Hey, SLC, you doing all right, Brian? Mallard 5. Hey, Mr. Gordon. Walsh Farms. Hey, Charles Cruz. Yorkshire George. Trying to keep up with everybody. Hey, Deer Creek Homesteading. Yeah, we met Tony and Hank at the Sunbelt Ag Expo. That trip was really nice. I had a good time and look forward to going back and knowing now what I know. And next time I go to one, I'm going to plan for more than one day because there's not enough time to take it all in a day. And we like to thank Tony Walsh Farms here on YouTube. He hosted me and Brian from SLC Farms and give us a place to stay and made us feel right at home. Hey, Espen. Hey, Mr. Tony, give us the clock there. McCormick Deer and Farmer clock to go into shop. Just a lot of good people around us, guys. It makes it worth doing and makes you not mind doing it, and it's more enjoyable when you're around, when good people's around you. Espen, you from Norway? Pull my coat off, y'all. I had it on kind of mosquitoes, not necessarily for the temperature, but I'm not seeing no mosquitoes out here. Pound that thumbs up. Hey, Rick. Guys, if y'all have never been to a expo, I'm sure they have them all over the country that's big like that, but that was a big deal. There was a lot of equipment, a lot of money and time was spent setting that place up to get it all set up. 3 days next year for sure, that's right. Because you just can't do it in one. I mean, I don't know how many miles we walked Tuesday to try to cover as much as we could. But you can't cover but so much, especially if you talk to them about every little bit. Any better, there'd be two of you. Yeah, that's what I tell people. If I was any better, I'd have to have a twin. Did I miss anybody coming in? I think I called Charles Cruz. I think I welcomed you in. No, my GoPro's malfunctioned. I called Mr. Tony Walsh 10 minutes ago and told him that I don't have my film. The stuff I recorded is gone. The only thing I have was what little bit I put together and made that video earlier today. I dropped it. But there was a lot of stuff that we lost. 1:34 a.m. Appreciate you coming in, Espen. Have a good week, buddy. That makes it aggravating when you film stuff to try to have to work to make videos and then you go to offload it and it's gone. Hey, Frugal. Hey, Farmer. Yeah, I was behind him. In the video I dropped earlier today, you can actually see I walked up behind him when I was recording. So we tried to get away so I wouldn't be talking when he was talking or nothing. But I don't do a lot of talking. Not when I'm recording. You've heard you need to format your memory card when that starts happening. Yeah, because I've used the same card a lot. I just keep erasing it off. That might be part of the problem, or time to just start using another card. You do it through the camera. Okay, well, I ain't got no idea nothing about that. That's over my head. Hey, Braxton. Ain't much going on, buddy. We just hanging out. Pretty easy in the settings. Got your beller going and bailed the last 20 round bells. Thanks for all the help. You like the square. You like doing the square bells better. We got some hats that we picked up from the Ag Expo. I'll do a video on them this coming week. We're going to actually give them away. And I told y'all a couple weeks ago about a company that reached out to me. And I was going to give products away to y'all. And they messaged me back wanting me to screen my winners and only let certain people win. So I pulled the plug on it, and I'm not going to do that. Yeah, we got a good bit of rain too, Brian. How many tractors do I got? I've got 4 tractors, Braxton. We're a small cow-calf operation and do our own hay and do some custom hay work. Yeah, I think we probably got 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches of rain. It canceled the dirt track race that I was going to go to last night. I have no idea on Frugal Farmer. Hey, Farmer, where Braxton's from. Probably November getting the last done. Let Chrome bring that M out. Yeah, that was a big... Braxton's from Australia. Dairy farm. Yeah, I think the big M's can cut a lot of acreage an hour, I think. I won't even, we don't even have fields big enough to get it up to speed in, probably. I bet as much as OLF cuts, I bet he could really use one of them. He cuts lots and lots of acres of hay, seems like. Somebody on Facebook commented the other day on my picture that I put up of them. I think they run 2 of them big M's in Florida. Hey, AJ. No, Gordon, I didn't waste their time, buddy. There wasn't no need in me asking the price of that big M. Hey, Southern Dirt 95. Appreciate all y'all coming in and chatting with us for a few minutes, and shoot us a thumbs up if you haven't. Hey, Scott. Did y'all get much rain up y'all's way, Scott? Yeah, somebody on Facebook commented, told me that they run 2 of them when I posted that picture the other day. Yeah, SLC Stingy, he wanted to give me a sticker. And I drove him to the show while he was sleeping. I should have put that clip in my video today, because I did have that still in my phone. Nice and wet. Right now it is 7:42 Braxton PM. No, I didn't hear him snoring, Scott. I honestly didn't hear him snoring. Okay. I don't know, Brian. I still got it. I might post it. I probably wouldn't, though. We did, Scott. It was really worth it, and Gordon Bryant is telling me about one up in, I think, next to Raleigh, I believe. I would like to go check that one out also, and meeting y'all guys is also part of the fun. That M8 AJ was super quiet. I couldn't believe how quiet it was when it was pulling that disc. You could, standing behind it, all you could hear was the disc cutting the ground. You couldn't even hear that Cummins motor. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it over your head, Brian, until y'all let me down on the nice windows. Hey, Rowdy. Progress show in Illinois. It's gonna be a little while before I can get that far. Illinois. Hell, I don't even know which way to leave home to start. It's gonna be a little bit before I can head that far from home. Man, I tell you what was the biggest surprise to me that I took away from that show was in my area, I only get to see very limited tractors, the major brands. A lot of these other tractor companies has got nice looking 100-horse tractors also. And that's really opened my eyes up. There's some nice looking 100-horse tractors out there that don't look cheaply made. Brian, you talking about up to Raleigh? Yeah, I do want to try to go there if that's the one you're talking about. But no, it really, because I've never seen them other brands other than online looking at a video. I just don't get to see them around here, AJ. I mean, and now that I've seen them, I said that was the biggest surprise to me, that I assumed they all looked junk and real cheap made. But from looking at them at that show, all of them's not cheaply made, don't look like. I'm not saying they're good because I don't know. But I know they don't look cheaply made. It's in February in Kentucky. Hey, Bagwell. Appreciate you coming in, buddy, and chatting with us. I saw me in the background of your video earlier. The Mahindras, yes. They had, I think it was either 100 or 110 horse Mahindra there, and it really surprised me also. I like the way that new Goodyear tire looks also. They had some, I don't remember the name of them. I think they was on the LS tractor that I showed in the video earlier. It kind of looks like a cross between a tractor tire and an 18-wheeler tire, with big cleats right in the middle. R14s. You gotta ask what the up sticker for. That's a board that I put up, Jason, for people that on the channel. If you want to send a sticker from your area or your channel name, if you'll send it, I'll put it up there. And that come from Rowdy Yates. He's up in the Upper Peninsula. He was just in here a second ago. A radial tire. The weights are the telltale. That's right. Harmless Farm was talking to you about a meeting there. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it, Brian, and see if we can work something out on that. As long as it don't fall, I know there's a big dirt track race coming up in November, like the 15th or 16th. And I'm hoping that Mr. Steve is able to come, is able to come from Canada that weekend, because that'll be a good show to take him to. The National Farm Show, you'll be pulling at it. Where's that show at, AJ? It can't be nowhere next to me because I ain't never heard of it. I've heard the name, but I know it's not around here. Part 2 of the YouTubers and more. In Kentucky. I might can make it to Kentucky. The red barn clock right there, y'all. Mr. Tony Walsh that welcomed me and Brian from SLC Farms into his house in Georgia while we was at the expo. He gave me that clock. I reckon he got tired of me asking what time it was on the live stream all the time. I got to find somewhere to mount it. I just set it there for the night. I got to move it though, because I'll be knocked it over and broke it. Yeah, I'll be knocked it over and broke it. AJ's talking about the same show. How long a drive is that for us, Brian? Yeah, we got to meet several other YouTubers there. We met Bagwell, met Cotton Top, and there was probably at least 3 or 4 other ones, but I cannot remember all their names. Mallard was not, he named 2 of them earlier on in the thing, but I'm not good with names, y'all. $7 hours. That ain't much further than where we went. About an 8-hour nap. Yeah, you're right. It's 5 hours for you in Alabama. 451 miles. Barometer and thermometer. Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, if it ain't no further than that, we might definitely try to work a plan out to head to that one. I think Brian was going to keep it from me. I think he was going to hold on to it. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to share that little video clip with y'all. Yeah, I'm going to have to share that clip with him sleeping in the car. I'm talking mouth wide open, catching flies. And then gonna have the nerve to tell me I talk too much and won't let him rest. That's right, Rowdy. I ain't scared to try to fix it. Just put it at the end of a long one nobody never watches. If we go stay in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, a lot cheaper. It's easy to get in. Okay. And ever since I took my tripod apart to carry it to Georgia to do the live stream there, I cannot get it back how I like it. I'm gonna try to get some peanut hay baled this week for the cows if possible. So I think that'll be kind of neat to share with y'all. You're gonna have to put up a gate, that's right. Or either put up a parking meter. Actually, I parked at Mr. David's, Rowdy, and left my vehicle at Mr. David Farming for Fun and Profit and rode with Brian. And actually, that little Toyota was pretty comfortable to me. I thought it rode and drove good. Yeah, I'm not gonna go feed no cows. out of hay. Have a good week, Brian. Yeah, we got to stay close to trees because Brian don't mind putting his drone in a tree now. Yeah, you can believe that, Mr. Tony. I'll be looking for sand spurs. Yeah, I'll be watching for them. And they are around. They are in my area. Now, every now and then we'll find one or two that's gotten in a field, but we try to get right on them as fast as you find one and try to stay ahead of them. Because if you get behind and they get well established on you, it can be bad. You're going to bring some of you. I know where your fields is at too, Brian. You ain't going to never come here. You done had too many opportunities to come and won't come. My phone will not slide up. Yeah, y'all, he told me he was going to come here and get me to go to the expo. Because I went to his house several times. And he's like, that's out of the way. That's going to make me have to drive longer and blah, blah, blah. So I drove to Georgia and met him. So what's everybody got going on this coming week? I did film I think it's called an Amatus peanut combine. I've never, all the peanut videos I've shown has been with KMC combines. I did film an Amatus the other day. I've got that video up ready to share. But I've also got some hats. We picked up a couple hats and Mr. Tony give us a hat and we got several YouTubers to sign it. I'm gonna make a video on that this week and we're gonna give them hats away. So if you're interested in getting a hat with some other YouTubers that signed it, that'll be coming up. Cleaning out the ponds. And I mentioned it earlier, and that's a couple of weeks ago I told y'all that a company reached out to me wanting me to use their products, and I stepped up for y'all and told them if I was going to use them, I wanted products to give away. And they agreed, and I mentioned it to y'all but didn't name the company. And just the other day they emailed me and wanting me to screen through who I let win their products, and that's not me. So I've walked away from it, guys. I'm not gonna do nothing funny or fishy. If I tell y'all you want to win something and you win, I'm not gonna pick somebody different over you. That's just not me. Hauling cattle. Hey, Gerraldfarms. I don't know if I've seen you in here yet already tonight. Hauling cattle all day. Now feed. And Rowdy's hauling, loading sand for the wind turbines. That's one thing that they're not gonna change me. They're gonna I haven't talked to them back. Well, my darn phone will not slide up. I haven't talked to them. They just sent me an email, and I seen it like last night, wanting me to screen the winners. And I don't want to be dirty and ugly either and just flat out name the company. I don't want to do nothing like that. I just did want to let y'all know that I stood up for my community. I don't know if it was because of shipping or what the problem was. No, Scott, it ain't Saint Jackie. It's just I'm honest with y'all, and if I tell you something's good, it's because I really believe it. It's because I've normally bought it, and if I buy it and use it and like it, then I just tell y'all about it. And I don't like telling you about too much stuff, because even if it's stuff I bought, I don't want people to think that I'm just advertising, because we're not advertising. Not saying that we won't one day, because if it is a good product and they'll let it be done fair and not try to control every aspect of it, then I would be game for stuff. That's what I'm thinking also, Bagwell. It was probably something with shipping. Hey, Ray Time. Brought a box home from the grocery store. Swear the box said Gerraldfarms. Me and my wife, if we go, if we somewhere and you pass a billboard or see a truck or something with writing on it and you read it, man, I have actually turned around before and went back, because I knew that sucker said something totally different than my wife saw it, or vice versa, and you turn around and go back and it be something totally different. So used to reading Gerraldfarms. But yeah, we've done that multiple times. One of us said one thing and the other one say, no, it said, and you turn around and go back. See things that are on your mind. Yeah, that's weird how that happens. I said, you was right. Do a U-turn in 6 lanes of traffic. Get back and it's way different. But yeah, we're gonna try to bale some peanut hay to see how our cows react to it, and if it works good, then that way we'll know in the future if we run into a hay situation like we did last year, that might be a viable option for us to feed the cows. Hey, Ag Wild. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. I don't know how long it's gonna have to dry after the rain we got yesterday. We probably got 1.5 inches to 1 3/4 inches. they're actually baling some. They do feed some already, but I'm wanting to try some for us. Do a 50-pound bag of peanut giveaway. I had to make it fit in a priority shipping box, Rowdy, where I could afford to ship it. All y'all got to do is come. Y'all come here, you can eat all the peanuts you want. I need to start lining up more guests for the Sunday Live anyway. It makes it easier when there's somebody sitting here beside me to help talk and fill up the dead time. No shipping peanuts. Yeah, I gotta get some more guests lined up for the live. This winter, we're gonna try to visit a few more other YouTubers that's not too far off. More support is nice sometimes. Yeah, Wash, I had a good time. See, it makes it easier, and it's easier when the comments is going fast to sit here and talk and don't feel like you got a bunch of dead time in the live stream. But I can tell you from now to however long ago it was I done my first one, man, it's a lot easier. Come up and go ice fishing. I don't know if I can handle y'all's cold weather though. What was your favorite? Yours is the new chrome beller. I don't know if I got one favorite piece, Bagwell. The thing that amazed me the most was that, like I said earlier, about all the other brands of tractors that I've never been able to lay my eye on before. That was the most surprising thing that I liked. Hey, Mark. No, Mr. David, that video the other day where they was lifting them peanuts, they've already combined them, and I've actually got a video of it. That guy runs the Amadas combines like you and Clint's got. Don't worry about the dead time, just enjoy it. I'm glad you stopped in, Mark. Get some long handles. If it's too cold, we can just build a fire and the ice will keep us warm. Yeah, that's y'all have real cold weather though. I'm talking real cold. When it gets 20 degrees here in the teens, it be cold to me. I couldn't imagine in the negatives and the wind blowing 40 mile an hour. Just got in from harvesting wheat. I don't know what the little tractors was. I wish I'd have remembered the names of them. They was real little and like the back wheels turned. It's like you sat in the tractor backwards. I don't remember what it was called. Them was pretty neat. We had a cottage and the ice was 18 to 20 inches thick. You have a Colombo, your neighbor has a Modest. They have some new Columbos or whatever they call Mr. David up there with the fancy pickup heads on them that floated and stayed off of the ground and stuff. harvest ain't no joke. It's not easy. Yeah, I had Mr. Tony and them was looking at that new Colombo peanut thing. It was pretty neat. The cold might make your peanuts disappear, I guarantee it. I'd have to figure out some other way to do a lot of stuff up there. Those LS tractors. I don't know if AJ or some of them other guys might know Gordon. Good, but hard to adjust. Almost everybody in my area runs the KMCs. But there's, like I said, I happened to run up with that guy, and he was running the Amadas, and I figured I would share that with you. I've got that ready to drop. Probably drop it Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Coming back. Y'all give me a second. I had to step out there for a second. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I had to step out for a second. I'm back. Like living inside a freezer. Yeah, that's right. Cows fed, you back? Used to be popular and got your last cut of 2019 earlier today. Watch for a video on it. A brick or a root or plug a KMC. I know they be getting a lot of them up. I don't know. Hard to believe that we eat that many peanuts or make that much oil, whatever they do with them. Yeah, that's a lot of time in a tractor seat. They about wore out with 2,000 hours on them though, Brian. You want to go ahead and get you a new one and let your buddy, your fellow YouTuber, use your oldest one. That's what I would do if I had that many. It had that many hours on them. You can't keep writing them off forever. Yeah, you can't write them off for so many years. So as soon as you get through writing it off, I'll come up there and pick one of them up. If you bought it in 14, 4250 with over 16,000 hours. Now I have heard that a lot of the other ones take more dirt off of the peanuts before they go through them than the KMCs. I have heard that from several people. But guys that I've talked to and asked, they like the warranty on the KMCs. They act like the warranty's hard to beat. Yeah, see there? That's right. Sell it to me cheap. Then I don't have to show. Then I'll give you that video footage. To the needy, not the greedy. That's right. Rowdy's got it dead on. I was getting a lot closer, y'all. I was feeling a lot better about getting a tractor, and Brian was standing there beside me. I think it was Tuesday at the thing when my wife called me and told me that my daughter's got to have braces. I think that's like $74 or $70-something $100. I said they're good bye-bye for the tractor for a while. At least I got a canopy. And that canopy helps a lot. I was amazed at how much difference just the canopy made. As far as keeping the sun off of you, that made a big difference. Yeah, tell me, Mr. Steve. That put a bad, just all kind of terrible news for me to get while I was up there in Georgia. I'd have figured they would have cost a decent amount of money, but I wouldn't have never thought over $7,000. Vacuum. Need to clean them. Okay, my Massey up there's only got 3,600 on it. I don't even know how many hours is on my 574. The tack hadn't worked on it since I've had it. I need to look and see what was the tack showing when it tore up though. I think my father-in-law's has got 3,000 something on it. The one that y'all seen a couple times that I've got the cutter hooked up. Somebody asked me that a month or so back and I forgot to check and respond. Yeah, I think his is like 30-something hundred hours. Good night, my chair's got me binded up. If the new ones last that long, I'm not seeing signs of it from nobody that and I've got several buddies that run newer tractors and brand new stuff, and they also been farming for 60 years, their family has, and the new stuff don't hold up like that, no matter what the color is, because I've got buddies that run all colors and went for $900. Had bent fenders. See, I would have went up there and ice fished and picked that up, Rowdy. New junk. Yeah, Rowdy, I would have went up there and picked that up, and you could have showed me how to ice fish. That's my kind of tractor there. Sound like it already had his work clothes on and everything. Fenders a little bent. It was dressed for the field. Ready to go. Said the barn fell on it. That'd be good, man. We'd have beat them right back out and put us a canopy on it and roll on. She loved cat. Knew it's too much. Yeah, I could imagine. Hey, Mark. Appreciate you dropping in, buddy. Hauling small bales. Hey, Nicholas Russ. Appreciate you coming in. There was the race this past weekend was canceled for rain, but I know it's either November the 15th or 16th. There's a dirt race, at Lakeview that we'll be going to. And if there's any between now and then, I'll be hitting them up if I'm able. Perkins engines are great on fuel. Who was that to ask about the racing? Nicholas. Lives in Minnesota, has 9 months of winter and 3 months of bad ice fishing. East of Raleigh. I don't think y'all too far apart. Scott and Gordon, I don't think too far. So you're gonna make it down when Mr. Steve comes in. As soon as we get a date set for sure, I'll make sure I let you know ahead of time as soon as I know. Got a case C70. Perkins. Should be soon. They've got a big asphalt race down at Myrtle Beach Speedway sometime in November. We might hit that up. Oh yes, Brian, we all know you slack. We all know that. Offering Jackie can come haul it. What am I hauling? Did you buy that $900 tractor, Rowdy? Yeah, Scott, Steve Mack's supposed to be coming to South Carolina. He's coming and he's gonna bring that snowmobile so we can take that 90-horse snowmobile engine off and put it on a golf cart. Take a 9-horse motor off and gonna put a 90-horse on it. That's the plan. Procrastinate. Yeah, we was at your little premiere the other day and you's the only one that didn't show up. Yeah, Mr. Mark, he just got his passport straight last week or week before, and now he's working on the paperwork to bring the snowmobile in to the States. No. Yeah, let Brian buy it and I'll go get it and keep it. That was pretty good how that boy could shoot that drone out that tree at night, as dark as it was, and not shoot your drone up. That's why I told him to hold up, let me record, because I just knew he was going to shoot your drone. Here go your model tractors. I tried a new one. They don't want any Canadian bugs coming for the ride. Hope it ain't nothing like shipping a drag car. Yeah, he sure did. I just knew that. I said it was hard to even see the drone other than the lights blinking. I don't know how he was seeing the limb to shoot out and to drop your drone like that, but he did an awesome job. But that's one thing for sure. Bring some whiskey with him. They quarantined the drag car for 33 months. See, if Brian would have had that footage, he probably wouldn't have let me use it, would he? You have some nice whiskey there and you don't drink? Oh, 3 months, okay. I was said they kept that sucker for 33 months. You have to rebuild the motor when you got it back. Give him some good SC shine to take home. Something about bugs in the tires. Are you kidding me? It might be, Steve. It might make you blind because I've had to start wearing readers lately. That is so crazy. How in the world a bug get in the tire? Made right in the bathtub. Hey, bluegill and bass. If y'all guys are just coming in, make sure you shoot us a thumbs up. He might be. I don't know who's something about the stream, the live on Tuesday. That was a good time though. We all had a good time at Walsh Farms. Sugar cane. That's what happened to your eyesight, Gordon. I ain't had no luck getting my merchandise put on nowhere to put it for nobody to get it. I have a lot of people ask me. But shoot, I just ain't good with that computer stuff. Corn don't look good. Okay, yeah, we was talking about shooting the drone outs in his last video he put up. Yeah, we've got our email and stuff in the about on the YouTube page. And my wife's making all the shirts that I wear now. And they look good, and I've not had any trouble out of them. But I can't expect her to be making t-shirts and trying to mail them out. And if somebody orders something, if I order something, I want it reasonably quick. You know, I don't want to wait a week for somebody to make it and then 2 or 3 days for it to mail. So that's why I'm trying to figure it out the proper way to do it. But we do have some local people that wants them at the racetracks and stuff, and I'll just take them to them. Yeah, Brian was walking around messing the feed up the other night. Open the daycare. Has the thumbs down bandits been in yet? You accidentally deleted your live? I got my wife, she's got the Cricut, and it does a real good job. And she's got the press and all to make them, but she works a full-time job and makes way more money than I do. So there's no way I could ask her to work for free at my hobby, YouTube. No, I was saying, yeah, they keep coming in sometimes. All thumbs up. They usually get us though, sometimes they'll get slack and let us go like 4 or 5 videos, and then they'll catch back up, get them all. Y'all reckon it's Brian? What we can do is when we end this live, we can all go thumbs down some of Brian's videos. Hold on, y'all, I dropped my drink cap. Y'all, I've never given a thumbs down. If I get on to something that I don't like, I just go on another way. Getting ready. Appreciate you coming in, Mark. Have a good week, buddy. Yeah, I've never given a thumbs down. It's like I said, if I don't like or don't get into somebody's stuff no more, I just move on. There's plenty of stuff that you do like or would like. No, Brian knows me good enough now to know that I'm only picking and I do like to pick and have a good time. I don't always show that side of me, but I do. It makes the day go by. I mean, I couldn't imagine if I had to work a job somewhere where you had to be serious all day for 8 or 10 hours or 12 hours. Man, you know how boring that would be? Shoot, I'd be making the time go by. All thumbs up for Gerraldfarms Live. I sure do appreciate that, guys, and I do feel like I got a good community around me. Thumbs down all his videos. Went way back. Brian. Don't make me give my first thumbs down, Brian. I think if a person gives you a thumbs down, though, I think they want their name on the show. You know, it don't let you know or why. You know, and if they just jumping around thumbs down and for no reason, then that's kind of not right. But if they, you know, or whatever, you know, don't let them just thumbs down to thumbs down. Make it show who done it. If I was the kind to do it, I wouldn't be scared to do it. You think there are trolls everywhere? Yeah, I do too. But they're still watching. I mean, they got to watch in order to give you a thumbs down. I reckon. I assume. You unsubscribed from a couple that were. I think they're calling for either Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday they're calling for a decent chance of rain here. All channels get trolls. I probably got my first thumbs down ever. I was pretty close to monetized before I ever got my first thumbs down, I believe. Well, guys, it's been over an hour. If none of y'all don't have nothing, questions or nothing that you got, I'm going to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all watching and supporting Gerraldfarms on YouTube. And I sure appreciate all y'all coming in. Just jealous. If only somebody would send them a camera. Start making videos of their life. But I appreciate all y'all supporting us and coming in and watching. Y'all have a good week. We'll see y'all next Sunday.